Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Bigano and today we're going to create a basic C# console application using Visual Studio 2022. So without further ado, let's start. So let's create a public static void public static decimal. So why we're using decimal, since it's more likely used in calculating money. It's more good on um, money in terms of calculating money. So and calculator is used for money majority of the time. So let's start with add numbers. So decimal A, decimal B. Now let's start with let's, instead of writing this open and close bracket, is let's just simply return this using lambda expression. So A plus B. So control D for us to duplicate this. 1, 2, 3 times. Let's duplicate this and let's change this to subtract and multiply, and let's divide this. Now what we have to do is change this sign to minus times, and but here we need to remember that we cannot divide the first number into second number, so we have to create so basically we need to do error handling here. So if b is equals to 0, then we just simply print the user that we cannot allow this. So cannot divide by 0, divide by 0. Then let's return this. Now let's create a title. Console dot title is equals to calculator app. Now we will use the user input. Enter, you enter first number, so let's remove this. Now we're going to add a value here, but if you're going to create this, it's the conversion is not good, so we need to create a method for user input validation. So public static take decimal input validation. So first is let's create the decimal result, since this is the one that we will return soon. So string answer equals to console dot readline. So we will allow the null here if ever the user is enter a null value. So while, let's create a while loop, so user can try again after if ever they mistakenly input invalid answer. So if string that is null or white space result, and decimal dot try parse answer out result. So basically what this is mean is um, if ever, if not um, answer wait if not, if this is null or white space, if not, if not, and then if this is not um, decimal, or if this is decimal. But since we use the exclamation point, we're just saying that if this is null or white space, or if this is um, not string, if this is string, then we can simply just, if this is a string, then we just simply converting it into decimal. So string convert into decimal. So yeah, so let's just return here result, return result. Now else this, if ever they enter a null or white space, or they enter invalid answer here, then let's just print the error validation here, invalid user input. So let's let them let's let them let's give them a chance to try again. So answer error message, let them try again. So let's just redo this, and now everything seems great. So let's let you now let's let the user to choose whatever arithmetic they want. So plus, minus, times, and divide. So and choose, enter, choose. Now let's do this to let to match. By the way, what I'm doing right now is for basically static, so this is not really functional. It just let us to visualize the app. Enter answer, then let's use the string answer console readline. Now let's just copy this. I forgot something. Let's use this user validation, decimal and num1 is equal to the second, and num2. So let's do the last task, which is switch. So let the user choose here between case plus, let's break it, CW. So let's use these add numbers, So add the num1 and num2. So copy this 1, 2, 3, 3 times again for us to make this more faster. Minus times and divide. So we'll just take those subtract numbers, multiply and divide. So let's try this now. So let's try if ever the user input validation is working. As you can see, it's worked. Now let's try it again. Now let's input the correct value. Let's say 33. Now let's choose this. By the way, I forgot the most important part, which is the default. Sorry guys. Invalid user input choose try again, and let's break it. Now if ever user will enter invalid answer here, so as you can see, it will not work. So it's better if user will enter the correct value. We don't have to input a loop again, since it was already expected, and much better. And as you can see, this is already working. Let's try it in calculator. As you can see, I accidentally so let's just minus this to 6 basically, and yeah, that's it. I will upload this in my repo. Thank you for watching.